Hey everyone, welcome to Love Them Well. I love reading a good romance. My favorite are ones that are funny, the rom-coms, but I love a story that just makes me feel all good inside. So I have 7 authors that I really do enjoy, and I wanted to share them with you today. We're going to start with number 7, and that is Sarah Adams. I have 4 of Sarah Adams' books, and they are just light and easy and fun. My favorite of hers are the ones about the sports. This one's called The Rule Book. These books are closed door, which I appreciate. They're a fun story. All of her books stand alone, but some of the characters in certain books then show up in other ones. So it's kind of fun, to follow her, and they're light, easy reads, quick reads. And so she is number 7 on my list. Number 6 is Courtney Walsh. I don't own any Courtney Walsh books, but I would like to. She has books for every season, for different holidays, and she's really light and easy. Notice a theme here? I like light and easy books. Her books are also closed door. There is no cursing in them, and I just think they're really wholesome and they tell really good stories. She's great at developing characters. Her newest book just came out called Brighter Than Before, and it is about second chances for someone who's a little bit older. So I really liked that, and not something you really read about often in romance books. It was a wonderful story. So that one just came out. I recommend it, Brighter Than Before, and she is number 6 on my list, Courtney Walsh. Number 5 is Annabelle Monaghan. I actually got to meet Annabelle Monaghan about a year ago, and she is just the most delightful person. My favorite book of hers is called It's a Love Story, and it's just really well done. I love the story. It's perfect for a summer beach read, and I loved it so much. Her newest one just came out called Dolly All the Time. It's a great book, but it was not my favorite of hers. But still, if you're a fan of Annabelle Monaghan, I do think, it's worth reading. But I don't know. But then I met with a friend this morning who loved this book. So, it could just be different tastes, but I definitely love It's a Love Story best. And she is number 5 on my romance authors list. Number 4 is Emily Henry. I read her first book when it first came out, and I read it on my back porch, on my porch swing, and I have such good memories of reading it. I love her books, so much so that I decorate with them. I also decorate with Annabelle Monaghan. They're just beautiful books. My favorite book of Emily Henry's is Funny Story. I loved The People We Meet on Vacation, and that is now a movie that was really good. So if you want to have some fun this summer, you could read that book and then watch the movie. They are open door books, but I skipped a lot of scenes when things are open door because I just don't prefer it. But the stories are so good and I think worth reading. So I read them, but I skip some of the scenes if it gets a little too much. Number 3 for me is Carly Fortune. Now, I met her last summer too. Last summer was a great summer for meeting authors. I have all of her books. She's really fun. Her books are not comedies, so it's a little bit different than what I normally go for, but they are so immersive and good. My favorite of hers is This Summer Will Be Different. It is open door. Again, you can skip those scenes if you'd like to, but such a good story takes place on Prince Edward Island, and I just loved the characters. Perfect beach reads. I like this one. Every Summer After was my first one of hers. I've read it a couple different times, and it just, how do I describe this book? This book wrecks me, which is not something that I normally enjoy, which is why I avoid books that are a little heavy, but it's just such a good story and it ends well. So I'm going to tell you that because I don't read books that don't end well. So the very good book about summer romance and childhood friends, and just beautiful. Number 2 on my list of favorite romance authors is Abby Jimenez. I read the Happy Ever After playlist when it first came out, which was several years ago, and I loved it. Again, it was one of those reads that I read on my back porch. It was recommended by Anne Bogle from The Modern Mrs. Darcy, and so that's how I found out about Abby Jimenez, and also that's how I found out about Emily Henry, was through The Modern Mrs. Darcy when those books first came out. So it's kind of exciting. She's great. I love Abby Jimenez's older stuff. I'm reading through her backlist, but I really like her newest stuff the best. This one, Say You'll Remember Me, was so good. I read this last year. Then her newest one, I read on the beach in a couple days with my niece. It was delightful and it was so good. And so now, number 1 on my list for my favorite romance author, and really my favorite author of all time, is Catherine Center. I love her so much that I decorate with her too. I just love her books so much. When you read a Catherine Center book, it is like sitting with a friend and her telling you a funny story and about something that happened to her. And I love her characters. I love the banter back and forth between the characters. You know it's going to end well. And I've met her 3 times now. She is so delightful. I just love her so much. I made a video about her and meeting her this year and last year. So much fun. So I will link that below. If Catherine Center is new to you, I recommend you reading her books from newest to oldest because I feel like I appreciate her older books better having read her newer books first. My first book of hers was actually one of her older ones called Everyone is Beautiful, and it was so good. Some of her earlier books, they're amazing. They're just kind of different. The ones now are just so funny. I laugh out loud while I'm reading them. Her older books are not as funny, but still you can tell it's her voice, and they're good. They're good books. I finally finished my Catherine Center collection this summer. I was so excited to finish it, and I've read all of them, but I didn't own them. So now I own them, and it makes me happy. These are my top 7 favorite romance authors. I would love to know who your favorite authors are in this genre, and you can leave that comment below if you have one that you'd like to recommend. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.